Today I'm going to be talking about my opinions on Mr. Grosjean. He's had a very up and down season. I'd say probably more down of a season. But a lot of people seem to be talking about him. Obviously he keeps having incidents and crashes every race, and it's definitely something I want to just talk about a little bit through this video, probably for 3 or 4 minutes long. But I'd like to start with some quotes by Mr. Mark Webber, who also completely speaks his mind, and I respect very much for that. I'd love to see him win like a world championship or something one year. That'd be pretty awesome. But he described Grosjean as he should have a separate start because he's just too dangerous. Also got described as a complete nutcase. Yeah, Formula 1 drivers aren't really known for being very subtle with their approaches. Like, if they don't like a driver, they don't like him, end of discussion. If they don't like him, they won't speak to him, they won't want to even talk about him in an interview or anything, they just don't like him at all. Also, we had that friction between Alonso and Hamilton, which has sort of been sorted now, but that was quite a big event during that year. So it's just, I'm not really sure. I think he's been involved in 9 incidents at the start of the race in out of all the Grand Prix so far, and it's just a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit questionable, isn't it? I mean, you can get unlucky, but you have to sort of make your own luck. You can't be unlucky 9 times in a row. A person never has that much unluckiness. Like I say, Michael Schumacher has had a very similar year. He's not really had the rub of the green. He's been a little bit unlucky, the car breaking down. But I think that's mainly to do with the car. Obviously a few crashes and stuff in Singapore. But yeah, that's not. You can't really compare those two. So it's just, I don't know, really unfortunate. It doesn't really make any sense. Will he be able to stay on next year? I don't think he will be able to be honest. I think he's not performing. I think he definitely has the speed. I think he's one of the fastest drivers, like new drivers we have in F1. But he's just not concentrating at the start of the race. He has to be more careful. He was saying in an interview that he was watching Perez going around the corner. The first corner was very fast. He's looking at Perez on the outside, trying to be careful. It's almost like he's trying to be too careful now. He's so worried about the start, he has to be careful and he's holding back. He's literally staring at one car, and he's not looking at the car in front, Webber. It just looks like such an odd accident. You can tell that in interviews, it makes complete sense. He's just looking at Perez going around the outside, and he just knocks into Webber. So I think the drivers need to come together, perhaps have a chat to him. I'm guessing some people or some of the drivers have approached him and said, do you want to chat or something? I'm hoping they have, because I can't just leave him to it. He must be going. He looks, the first time I've seen him not smile, because he's a guy that generally likes to smile, and he wasn't smiling at all in this interview. He looks extremely down on the whole situation, which makes perfect sense to me. So what can he do to like improve the situation? Well, first of all, he's just got to concentrate solely on the starts, get that right. I think he's generally okay in the races. I guess perhaps when he gets the one-on-one, he may be getting a little bit of trouble. Maybe he might be a little bit overly aggressive, a little bit too determined to sort of keep the place. So he's got to be careful, not push people out of the way, and just concentrate on this race. He's got a few more races to try and improve himself. He's got 5 more races to really go for it and just show him what he's like made of to Renault, because at the moment he's going to be struggling. Sorry, the Lotus. He'll be struggling to keep that seat at the moment. It's a very good seat. A lot of drivers want it. Got Teresta sort of hanging about. Got Harkenberg now as well. Just a lot of drivers that have potential to go up, and he's not selling himself very well at the moment. The thing that's annoying a lot of people as well, he's taking out championship contenders like every week. He took out Alonso, he took out Lewis Hamilton as well. It's just very odd, and it's getting a bit frustrating for people who are watching, and for obviously the drivers as well. When people start discussing Grosjean, I keep hearing the comparison of Lewis Hamilton, and it's really starting to bug me. At the moment, I would say I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan. I support him as an English driver. I like his driving style. Outside the car, I'm not particularly that sure at the moment, because the whole move doesn't really make any sense to Mercedes. But a lot of people are comparing him to last year, so the Lewis Hamilton of last year to Grosjean this year, and saying Lewis Hamilton didn't get any like bad press, or everyone always defended him and stuff. He got so much slack last year for his driving with Massa. Grosjean's been very dangerous this year. He's almost took Alonso's head off, pretty much. The car just scraped in front of his head. And he keeps taking out different people every week. Massa and Lewis Hamilton had some sort of dodgy problems. I don't know what they had. but they just keep connecting to each other. It's like little glances against each other, nothing really big. You can't really compare those two. I just can't see how. Lewis Hamilton got a lot of penalties last year. He got penalty after penalty, some being very, very unfair, some being fair. But it's just so tricky. You can't compare those two at all. It's completely different situations. Like, Lewis Hamilton had a great race yesterday, I think. He had a fairly poor car, managed to gain a few places and get some points, almost sort of catching up Alonso a little bit. He had a good race generally, and people were still on his back, saying, well, this was Lewis Hamilton, everyone will be defending him. It's just like, no, that's not the situation at all. Me as a Lewis Hamilton fan, and obviously other people are different, if Lewis Hamilton made a mistake, crashed into Alonso and was really clumsy, I'd say, what the hell was that about? It's just, it's frustrating as a F1 fan that everyone seems to jump on Lewis Hamilton all the time, good or bad. So I really hope you enjoy this conversation and hopefully you want to see more. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you again very, very soon.